You are now watching Face to Face, live from the CSL studio. Your host, Nesta Cann.
Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Face to Face. Yours truly, Nesta Cann. Today we have a special guest in the studio with us. He goes by the name of C-Biz.
Yo.
What's going on, bro?
I'm well, man. I'm alive, man.
Long time.
Yes. Thank you for having me.
No problem, bro. So what's good? What's new?
Life. Everything is well. I can't complain. I'm breathing.
Yeah.
I'm not dead. I'm not locked up. So
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
That's good. So tell us more about this C-Biz project.
C-Biz project.
Yeah.
C-Biz project. That's like I had a friend of mine. He said, "Yo, this is your moment," because I'm real. I don't really express my personal side too much anywhere. You know what I mean? But the C-Biz project, I felt, came at the perfect time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot going on in my life at the time.
Right.
Of course, I spoke on the album about my depression.
Mm-hmm.
Just a lot of things, I felt like I wasn't where I needed to be.
Yeah.
At the time, whatever. I mean, of course, I don't feel that way right now.
Yeah.
But whatever I was going through at that moment, I put everything on there. I did it in album format.
Right.
But it was a podcast, so I call it a story cast. And I did like track by track. I did it from the first day I landed on American soil. When I first got off that plane in Brooklyn to Crown Heights, I did it then. Like, got off the plane, was introduced to hip hop. I spoke about the neighborhood I lived in, my relationship with my parents, crime,
High school, you did everything.
Yeah, high school,
you did everything.
Some shit I couldn't put because it was just too. I was like, Dad, you know what? Statute of limitations. I can't put that on there. But yeah, it was it was my moment just to release, to regurgitate everything that was happening to me at the time.
Yeah. Now, you're Guyanese, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, 100% Guyanese.
What was it like growing up as a young man?
Well, yeah, and I spoke about that on the album too, because growing up, if you come from a Caribbean household,
Right.
you already know how it is. Our parents and our family dynamic is a little bit different than our friends. It's not better or worse. None is better or worse. You know what I mean? But it's just, they're different, man.
Yeah.
We just have their manners and the way you talk to people, they just real different. When I was in the house, I had to be a certain way.
Right.
When I was outside, I knew the way I could be. You know what I'm saying? So if you come in the house, you don't, whatever time, whatever it is during the day, if it's morning, evening, night, you better say good morning, good afternoon, or good night.
Right.
You know how they answer the phone.
Of course.
Hello, good night. You're like,
Yeah.
hello, good night. Isn't good night like a goodbye or something? Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good morning. It's just, they different, man.
Even when you pass it in the street, you must say,
yeah, you gotta say something. It's like if you
something.
see like an older relative and she Guyanese, oh, I saw your son in the street. He didn't say nothing to me. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, all the Caribbean people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
it's just, it's different.
It's different.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I have my American friends. They grew up a different way.
Yeah.
Like, and once again, I'm gonna say it wasn't better, it wasn't worse. It's just everybody. It's culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody is just different. It's a culture difference. But I knew Guyanese people, I had to be a certain way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Even like when I go back home for Barbados for crop over, it's like you can't. I stay either by myself, my friends, or in a hotel because you can't come at a certain time. It's kind of like disrespectful coming all hours of the night. So yeah.
You'll be a whole grown man.
Yeah.
Coming in the house, hey. You see what time it is?
Yeah.
Wait, my 21st birthday just...
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So would you say your childhood had an impact on the project? 'Cause I see you have the baby picture of you as your icon, as your label on your front cover. Yeah.
I did. Hell yeah. When I found the picture, I said, oh, this is perfect because, like I said, from the whole album, I spoke about coming off that plane and how all the street guys at the time, that's how they used to pose in front of their cars. They still do it now, but I was so influenced by the street guys.
Yeah.
My uncle was a street guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My uncles, they was part of that life. So when I came off the plane and I landed right there on Lincoln between Buffalo and Rochester, that's what them guys was doing. Like I spoke about the guy Stone in my neighborhood. He was a fucking superhero to me, yo. This guy Stone, I seen him. My uncle was him times 20, but he was the first guy I really saw. So when I seen Stone, looking at him. He got the fronts on, got the big chain, the big truck jewelry. All the girls are sweating him. I'm like, oh, shit. I want to be just like him. Of course, I was a kid. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? He had all the fly kicks and the whips. See him posed up in front of the car. I think low-key, I didn't know. I think that's where I got that pose from.
Yeah.
I saw him with his cars, but he wasn't taking pictures. He was just posted up, chilling everybody around him. I'm like, oh, shit, if I do that, maybe I could get the girls and I'll have the cars. I was like 4 or 5 years, probably 6 in that picture. I don't know. But at the same time, it was what I saw in the neighborhood. So naturally, when I saw the picture while I was making the album, I was like, oh, this is perfect. But if you look in carefully on the cover, you look in the background, you see my streets. If you look on it,
Rockaway,
it says Clarkson, Rockaway Parkway,
right,
and then if you look, you see Sutter Ave train station.
Yeah, okay.
I put all of that in there.
I didn't see that. I just saw the Rockaway.
Yeah, it's there too, but I'm glad you saw that, though.
Yeah.
And if you look in the picture, that was actually my pop's car.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was my pop's car. If you look, it had the dice in the mirror. So look at that's what all the dudes was doing back then.
Dice.
And my pops and like my uncles and them, they was moving. Well, my uncles really, my pops would probably tag along. They used to match their outfits with the cars and shit.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was the most legendary shit, bro. Like, I'm so stuck in that era. I'm still like superheroes, and I know they can hear the music.
They can hear it.
You see that Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
That's why guys celebrate Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Because, and that's why I fuck with Jay-Z so much, because I see my uncles, the stuff he was doing, that's what Jay-Z was doing. Right. Remember, Jay-Z's a hustler that made it.
Right.
It was only 2 ways from that life. Death and you already know jail.
Yeah.
But he made it. He about to be a billionaire. So when I see that, I see my uncle. I'm like, damn, my uncle made it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, that area Lincoln, that's a dangerous block back then.
Very. It was. And then at that
Drug
time,
block.
yeah,
that's a narrow block, right? On the one side,
and right. See, you know. So
Yeah.
at that time, imagine during that era, the crack era.
Right.
How hectic it was. Like, I told you, like, and I said on the album, I had friends. I saw the game from both sides. I had family members who were dealers. Yeah. I had friends whose parents were users. So both ways, I saw how the game was fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, it was just so, it became like so, you know, drawing to you. Like, you was like, oh shit, this is crazy. I'm walking to school, I'm seeing all the crack vials on the floor. Like I said, I didn't know what it was at the time. I didn't know what a crackhead was. These people were looking like zombies. The prettiest girl.
Yeah.
Fucking zombie, dog. I'm talking about the baddest chick turned into a zombie.
Yeah.
And here I go celebrating my family.
Yeah.
Who was putting it out there. And I'm like, damn, I didn't know better. I mean, now I'm a grown man. I know better now. But would I have done the same thing back then at this age?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Let's talk about some of those the topics you had on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip that one because you talked about it. Welcome to the 90s. Talk about that.
Welcome to the 90s. Everybody that lived in Brooklyn at the time, the 90s was a notorious neighborhood.
Yeah.
And of course, I lived there, so I didn't see the notorious stuff they were talking about because I knew the people who were committing the crimes. So therefore, stuff wasn't happening to me like that. Once again, I said I was a kid where like I was so cool that I only got, really and truly, I mean, I got into a lot of fights outside of the neighborhood. But when it came to the neighborhood, I was chill. I knew everybody. But the 90s was known. It was notorious. You'll get robbed. You'll get mugged. You'll get shot. I lived there. I didn't get one paper cut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you inside and you know people, you ain't going to get touched. When you outside, you listening to the stories, you're like, oh, shit. This is fucking Iraq. And, growing up in the 90s, it was cool. It had its moments. Niggas held up Rite Aid. I seen niggas shot in front of me. I seen a lot. But you see the fucked up part, I'm laughing.
Yeah. I'm
not laughing as in how it was funny. What's the first thing we always say? Something bad happened to us. It's all good.
It's all good, yeah.
It's not all good. Like, I'm not supposed to be laughing, telling, but I'm laughing because I survived. Yeah.
Right.
It's like black people don't grow up, we survive. Right. And that's what it was growing up during the era. It's like we have to survive. It wasn't growing up, survive. So it's like when we see guys like us come from a certain neighborhood and we get hype. You wasn't supposed to make it.
Yeah.
You wasn't supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here doing this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? You see, like, and I see a 50 Cent, Fat Joe. Those guys weren't supposed to make it.
Yeah.
You got hit 9 times. You wasn't supposed to make it. You wasn't supposed, and you a millionaire. That's why I celebrate these dudes. I be like, they come from the same hood I come from. Look at it. I got GS9. You know Brother Polite?
No, I'm not.
Brother Polite, he's real heavy in the conscious community. I'm going to put it to you like this. Lived across the street from me.
Okay.
But he's, courtside at the Lakers games. He's counseling Ron Artest. He's been on the Breakfast Club, DJ Vlad. I knew his sister. Me and him didn't really know each other like that.
Right.
His girlfriend lived in my building, right upstairs from me. Cool girl. But I'm just showing you how crazy it is. Look who lived across the street from me.
Right.
Look at the path he chose. He was a Crip gang leader. Now he changed his whole life. He's Conscious brother, one of the highest rated speakers in America right now. Brother Polite, look him up.
Okay.
But then around the corner from me, GS9, Bobby Smurda. I knew them as kids. You know what I'm saying? So remember when Hot Nigga dropped?
Right.
Hot Nigga wasn't, people looked at it as a hit record. I was like, oh, them kids is really about that. When I heard the record, I was like, why they putting all this stuff on record? Those kids really do that. While everybody is dancing, I like the record, don't get me wrong. I love Hot Nigga. I could recite that whole shit, but I'm like, oh shit, them niggas really do that shit.
Yeah.
I knew these niggas for that. That's why I was kind of mad sometimes at the guys in my neighborhood, the older cats. I was like, damn, y'all shouldn't have let them, as far as what happened to GS9, y'all should have got him out that environment. Soon, it was times I'll drive on Clarkson, I see Bobby outside. I'm like, yo, dude, you on Billboard. Get off the block. Especially the guys around our age. I was like, yo, get him off the block. Yeah. Get him out of here now. He's supposed to make it. I think he still got a chance when he come out. You know what I mean? They were kids. Rowdy, right. Bobby, the whole GS9. Like, I love these kids. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to school with their older brothers and cousins. I seen Rowdy used to play football. He was on a football team with my young boy.
Wow.
Like it hurt me when I seen them get arrested.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. It was like on one hand, I'm like, yes, they're about to get out. They out the hood. I'm like, yeah. Then they got arrested. Bobby only had literally one summer. Think about that. GS9 had one summer, couple months. And what we know those summers for? When we see dudes in our neighborhood, we see them disappear for the summer. We see them out one summer and they gone. Typical shit. He ain't even get out the cycle. Yeah, he famous, but he ain't had one summer.
Right, yeah.
I have a track called One Summer, but it's covered.
So that's basically the 90s for you, huh?
That's the 90s, man. I love the 90s, though. I mean, like I said in the beginning, you know, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. You know what I'm saying? I'm laughing, ha, but I learned a lot from the 90s. My man, brother, I spoke about him. My man D, his brother, first time I ever heard Biggie was at his house.
Yeah.
And his brother used to play all the albums, had all the albums early. Go to his house, play the albums. His brother had Ready to Die.
So I remember you used to go to Beach Street too, right?
Beach Street. Damn, man. But that was the 90s.
90s,
man.
yeah. People, there's a saying that 80s, maybe 90s raised me, something like that.
Yeah. 90s.
90s.
The neighborhood and the era.
Let's talk about the next one, high school.
I love high school.
Let's go to high school days.
High school was the shit, son. Like, high school was a
Well, let people know what high school.
Yeah, Cloud Barton High School. Class of 2016. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna do that today, right?
2016.
So, now I went to Cloud Barton, but see, you know what it was around that time.
Yeah.
You remember this the height of the Crips and Bloods.
Right.
It was crazy. Once again, you had to know how to conduct yourself.
Yeah.
You had to know where to be. And for something, like I said, once again, you had to survive high school. You know why you went to Barton. It was all them chicks in there. So 95% girls.
There you go.
But I mean, yeah, high school was a great experience, man. Like, you get it. High school, I think, you know what was the best experience for me?
What?
The high school lunch table.
Yeah.
It may sound jokey as I'm saying this, but we had our first gambling there. Some of us, we gambled there. You know what a cool table was. The pretty girls, it was a fashion show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You come show off your sneakers. And the jokes is flying 100 miles an hour. You better prepare to get roasted or roast. You know what I'm saying? Prepare to get roasted or roast. If you couldn't take it, don't come sit at my table.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
It was, yeah.
But high school moments was a great time. You know what I mean? Fashion, fly sneakers, all the shit that's coming out now. Nigga, we were doing it. Into that's why we were like,
all the Jordans, everything, all the Pippins coming back, all these stuff. Yeah,
ain't shit new now. We been had that. The music, like I said, it was, but the crime. Remember when niggas was getting hit with eggs coming out of high school and shit? Some of my friends were throwing eggs. One thing I was gonna say, because me and my boy was talking about this the other day. You remember in high school, the older cats would come pick up the younger girls.
Yeah.
And you see how the whole Me Too thing is going on now. And even back then, I used to kind of frown on it. I used to hate them older niggas. I'm like, yo, son, you like 25. The fuck you doing here picking up
young?
I want to bag this 15-year-old. I'm 15. Let me bag a 15-year-old. And I used to never understand. I'm like, I'm hating.
Yeah.
The fuck, yo? Like, let me get my turn. Like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, you got a whole Lexus and a whole car insurance and family. I mean, I got my Metro car, but no. Once again, I'm not laughing, but it's sad though.
Yeah.
Them same niggas.
You know, I never really thought about it until like we mentioned now. Yeah. Right.
You used to go to the bar and dance.
Yeah.
Parties.
The bar, of course.
You see them older niggas in there.
Yeah.
And now you even back then I was hating.
If someone wondered how they used to get a ticket, remember you used to say the same thing?
Right.
How they got a ticket.
Fuck, you got a ticket into the dance, nigga. You 30 years old. This
Yeah.
girl is 16, my nigga. I used to hate them older niggas, man.
Yeah.
But high school, man, yo, if I could do it again, I'd definitely do high school over.
Yeah. Definitely some good times.
Great times.
Talk about hip hop.
Yeah.
How did hip hop influence your life?
Hip hop, I was heavily influenced, man. Once again, getting off the plane, I got, smack dab in the crack era. So rap was still young.
Yeah.
Still booming. I come on the block, in my house they was playing reggae, calypso, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But when I come outside, I got my friends. Yo, listen to this. The first rap I ever recited was LL Cool J, Around the Way Girl.
Oh, really?
First rap I ever recited, like I ever memorized, was that. I actually had a rap group when I was younger. It was me and my cousins. She made fun of me the other day on Facebook. She's like, yeah, I remember you was practicing and swearing you was going to get on Star Search. But when I remember started changing my slang and the words I was using, it was like I said, I couldn't use certain words in the house. I didn't know. Once again, it was attributed to hip hop. So the way I was walking and talking now, I didn't know it was hip hop. I thought it was regular. So apparently when I got there, the kids was already influenced by hip hop. So now I got influenced by them. So they were influenced by LL Cool J, Run DMC, all the rappers that were out, Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One. They was talking like it. But on the flip side, what I didn't know is the rappers were trying to emulate the street guys, the drug dealers.
Right.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought the drug dealers were trying to know it. That's why drug dealers used to laugh at rappers. That's why Jay-Z never went to be a rapper, because he thought it was corny, because they used to laugh at rappers. They was like, I got more money than y'all.
Right.
What are you talking about? So, yeah, so once again, I come outside, cats was wearing their sneakers a certain way, the tongue out.
Yeah.
You had the big starter jackets on. Oh, I need one now. Mom, Dad, I need that giant starter jacket. Had one. I need them Jordans. Got it. I need those Jabos. Got it. Cross colors. Got it. Now you see Criss Cross wearing their clothes backwards. I got to do that too. They cool. I got to do it. It was influential. That's what I wanted to be. Come outside. Man, I didn't know I was freestyling. Once again, walking to school, you like, yo, the red stop sign. Yeah, it's red, but if you cross that street now, you're going to get dead. That was one of my trash rhymes from back in the day. I actually remember it. Cross the street, seeing the graffiti on the wall, mind you. So now, everything that's happening to me right now, I don't know it's hip-hop. I see cats breakdancing. I don't know that's what. I see cats DJing, B-boying. That's all the components of hip-hop.
Hip-hop, right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the time, it started to become a way of life for me. I didn't know. Once again, so whatever. We'll be in class freestyling. Cats is beating on the table.
Yeah, I remember those
and
days.
Cats is just coming up with little, I'm a shorty. So now I'm like, every day I'm just like so into this thing. I'm seeing the big change now. Of course, my uncles is dressing like Big Daddy Kane. No, Big Daddy Kane was dressing like my uncles. I see Kane with the big chain on, got his shirt open. I'm like, I want to do that. I got a picture with my shirt open, because I thought I was Bobby Brown back then. And I was like, yo, I asked my uncle, yo, let me drive your car with my shirt off. That's what I saw Bobby Brown doing the video. I want to do it too.
Yeah.
But, yo, I did not know hip-hop was going to be this right now. Everything, hip-hop is pop culture now.
Yeah.
You look at the Grammys was on last night. Hip-hop dominated, of course. Hip-hop is selling potato chips, selling sodas. Who the fuck would have thought about that shit? Hip-hop is selling, you go, I see Chester Cheetah made a rap dissing Doritos on Instagram as a video.
Yeah.
The Cheetos, they're using hip-hop to sell this shit.
Yeah.
Look how fucking far this shit came from. It was a neighborhood thing. I seen guys, they used to come plug the speakers in, because the street lights got the little plug-in. Mm-hmm. They come outside, plug in their sets. We all outside. We rocking. We just think it's fun shit. We don't know it's hip-hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You look at the video games, sports, everything.
Every fucking thing.
Hip-hop.
Rap Jam. I'm
Everything.
like, Rap Jam. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
MC Hammer had a whole cartoon.
Yeah.
That shit is hard, B. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not hard to you?
Yeah, it is.
Like, coming into it, like, if I would have came into hip-hop and I was a teenager back then, I think I would have enjoyed it, but being that I was a baby coming into it, it's in my DNA. You know what I'm saying? Because you think about it, the cats that were coming out of the disco era, and they were like, let's say 20, 25, they were into it, but not the way we were into it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you bring a baby to this country. I came in as a baby. Memory, everything blank. I don't remember Guyana.
Yeah.
You drop me here, boom, I'm soaking in everything here.
Yeah.
But you get a dude that was into disco and everything that was back in the 70s and early 80s. You drop him into hip-hop, he's like 25, 30. He's going to like it, but he's still going to be fucking with disco. He can like, this shit is trash.
Right.
That's why the grown-ups at the time like, we don't know if this thing, it's just a fad. It's trash.
Right.
They'd understand it. You see how we are with the mumble rappers?
Yeah.
Oh, that shit is trash.
Yeah.
I don't say that. I stopped saying that. I'm like, nah, we not supposed to understand that shit. That's them.
Yeah, I said the same thing too. Yeah,
time.
let them have their time because
You know what I mean?
when we had our time, our parents were telling us,
Right.
you know,
So we don't want to be our parents.
Yeah.
But guess what? We going to be the cool parents. Remember, we was the parents that grew up in hip-hop.
Yeah.
My kids introduced me to records every day.
Yeah.
My 10-year-old, my 6-year-old, and even my 3-year-old, I hear them singing. So I'm like, who's that? I go search it up. Should be all right.
Yeah.
My daughters be having me doing a bunch of dances.
Dances.
So, yeah, but you see, we couldn't do that with some of our parents at the time. We're like, yo, how about this record? They look at us like we crazy. What are you talking? Bad Bunny? Who the fuck is Bad Bunny? Who the fuck is Ray Shrimp? What? Daddy, what you think about this record? Play this. I play the record. I'm like, oh, this is high. My daughters are like that Queen Naija girl.
Yeah.
They be reciting her stuff. I'm like, who that? I'm like, how you know that? Reciting it word for
Word
word.
for word, yeah.
What I'm gonna say? Yo, don't listen to
Yeah,
it. I look like a hypocrite.
Because this is gonna the way how you're reminiscing right now.
Right.
They're gonna be reminiscing
Exactly.
about all these.
And they ain't
people.
gonna say, "Oh, my dad stopped me." No, I'm open source. Go ahead. You like it?
Yeah.
Of course, I gotta listen to it for it's okay.
Yeah.
You can play it. I don't want to play some nothing over the top. They couldn't play no 2 Live Crew type shit.
Yeah.
But even back then, what 2 Live Crew was doing, they were look at it now. Everybody could talk about sex freely now because of 2 Live Crew.
Right.
So. Hip hop is major.
Parents just don't understand.
Oh man,
you kind of touched on that a little bit right there.
yo, bro, for real. Like, my mother, I would say my mother is a little bit more liberal, but even she had her moments sometimes. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, she would understand certain, But growing up, like I said, in a Caribbean household, it's not even just music. It's just whether it's career-wise choices. They always feel that you have to go to school. Get an education, 4 years, 4 years high school, and then go to college for another 4 years and end up in debt, or go get a city job. Fuck that. The way I see what my kids are doing now, my 10-year-old started a business with her little sister. She was selling slime.
Oh, wow.
She would purchase it for low and sell it for high. Business. I'm sitting back looking like, baby girl, you need more money to buy more stuff? The profit she got, she buys more slime.
Right.
I fucking love it. 20 years ago, you couldn't go tell a Caribbean parent that. They're going to look at you like you crazy.
You crazy.
Oh, no, that's not, blah, blah, blah. Is that going to, I'm looking at them like they fucking crazy. I'd rather my kids go, I don't want my kids to have a job.
Right.
And, people yell at Damon Dash for that. They don't, I guess the way he delivers it is too harsh for them.
When he was on the Breakfast Club?
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah.
The fuck I want my kids working for somebody. Don't be me. You know what I'm saying? You design your kids. I don't say design like that, but I mean you design your kids to do better than you.
Right.
My kids is out here telling me, Daddy, I want to do this. For every time my daughters open their mouth, it's about making money. I'm like, oh, shit. And it's amazing to me.
At a young age, too. Right.
Young. My thing is now my kids come and tell me, Daddy, I really don't want to go to college. I'm not going to be upset. But 20 years ago, you would have told a Caribbean parent that it'll be hell-raising. They're going to, oh, my God. Cause I'm the black sheep of my family. I already know that. But with my kids, I'm looking at it like, oh, okay. I understand. I totally get it. I'm not against them if they want to go. You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned my best experience. Some of the best people I've met were in college. And some of my greatest experiences were in college. But at the same time, their greatest experiences might be traveling the world. I have no problem. Hey, Dad, we don't want to, this is our plan. Dad, we want to do this. We have a business plan. Dad, I want to go for Africa to 2 months. Go ahead.
Right.
Experience is the best fucking teacher. I've had experience in the music business. I've had experience in the street. I've had experience in school. So who am I to deny my kids? You know what I'm saying? But parents don't understand. It's just like the support, especially like when the Caribbean household, and I keep stressing that because I see they're real harsh on their kids. You're going to be a lawyer. There's nothing wrong with that. But does the child want to be a lawyer? Don't tell them, you know what I'm saying? Do you want to be a doctor? I probably did want it to be a doctor, but I guess it was drummed in my head so much as a kid. I was like, yeah, I want to be a pediatrician for like 2 months. That idea went out of my head quickly when I got into hip hop. I was like, oh hell no, I could do what I like. I prefer my kids' happiness over anything. This is what you love to do. This makes you happy. Go ahead and do it. It might not pay the most, but guess what? Payment is not always money.
Right.
It's happiness and time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got people out here working 90 hours a week, making $200,000, but ask me when they're enjoying it.
Exactly.
You know, and they try to give you this blueprint. Yo, you got to have a city job. You got to work a city job and get the city job and work there for 30 and then be unhappy with your fucking get the fuck out of here. This shit is different. This is why I like these new generations of kids.
Yeah.
I'll be on the internet. They be dissing these kids. Oh, these kids are standing online at the Supreme store. I said, let me break down something to you, idiot. This shirt is $30. This kid is gonna go sell this shirt now for $150. He just bought 6 from the Supreme store. He just made your whole month of money in 1 hour.
Right.
So you mad at this kid? Go get your fucking money, kid. This is the shit they should be teaching you in school. Business, buy low, sell high.
Yeah.
You mad at the kid for doing that? They mad at the sneakers, the resellers. These are kids. They're not out here robbing.
Right.
That's how they not robbing. They ain't stealing. Let them go.
Right.
The kid out here bought a pair of Jordans for $80. He resells it for $350. Or he goes online, he catch it early, get it for $125, and sell the whatever's.
But maybe they're not looking at it as that. They're probably looking at it as online just to buy the sneakers to look fly.
Dumb.
They're not probably not looking at it as kids trying to resell.
Talk to these kids. Understand what they're doing.
Right.
These kids, these new millennials, you know what they're doing? They're on fucking Google. Google teaches you everything. I wanted to try to fix my brakes. I went on Google, learn that whole shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't need school, but hey, yo, if I could do it all over again, I probably wouldn't have went to college. No, then be in fucking debt. Nah, these kids are smart. Like if we had Google back then, our parents would have hated us. Oh, it would have been a bunch. That's why it's so much an influx of fucking entrepreneurs right now.
Yeah.
These kids are fucking amazing to me. These kids they're figuring out coding and tech. My kids are into coding.
Yeah.
And they whatever they want to learn, I'm like, hey, look, whatever they are into, whatever they like, I love. Daddy, we like this. All right, let me look into it. I'm going to see if they still stick with it. They just started their YouTube channels. Their idea, I get them the materials and the ingredients, whatever they want. They got the video camera. They got their backdrop. This is what you guys want to do? Okay, boom. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to structure it like this. Okay, Daddy, we're going to talk about this in the video. And go ahead, baby.
Right.
Do what you want. You have the vision. I'm just here for whatever support you need. I never got that support from my parents. So therefore, when this comes to my kids, I go double time. Because I never want my kids to have this conversation me and you having about me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Never. My kids are not going to have this conversation. My parents didn't care. No. My kid tell me, yo, listen, Daddy, we finna go build. I said finna, down south too long. We finna go build a spaceship. You know, we want to go out of space. I'm in the backyard. I'm just come from Home Depot trying to get these parts to build this fucking spaceship for them.
Right.
Whatever these kids are into, my parents weren't like that. I was heavy into the music business. Heavy. I'm talking about, but I said like my mother was playing both sides. I guess she wanted to be loyal to her husband, my father. So one hand she'll try to diss it, but the other hand she'll give me the money to go get the CDs. So I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One hand, you know, I don't want you to, here, give me the money to go buy all the Source
So she was trying to
magazines.
please both sides.
I guess that's what and it used to bother me though. Because when he wasn't there, it was, okay, my mom had an extensive CD collection. Oh, the new Jay-Z album coming out, I need it. Here. But then when I'm blasting it, hey, check that out. But wait, man, you just gave me the money to go to B Street. But now I don't get it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. But at least I knew where that motherfucker stood, my father.
Yeah.
I knew where he stood. He's on the list already. But I just wanted this, as far as like, and I was saying it to like, I was talking to my wife. I was like, I got everything I wanted coming up as a kid as far as material.
Yeah.
If I could have it all back, I would take none of it. I'd take the support.
Right.
I had all the Jordans.
Well, that's what
clothes.
that's what they say. You're supposed to make your kid's life better than what you had. So whatever you didn't get,
Yeah.
growing up, I guess that you.
And that's why the support, the
right.
affection, and all of that. 1,000%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you be tired. Daddy, come here and give me a hug and a kiss. Daddy, I need you to come tuck me in and come read this story to me. I be tired of shit. I can't say no, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I knew if I wanted that type, my pops never hugged me. Pops never told me he loved me that I can remember. I don't remember that shit at all.
Wow.
My mother, it's feminine energy, of course. You know, I felt my mother hug me, you know, but we had our differences. We clashed, but she was still a mother, still your mother. So you're always gonna be loyal to your mother in certain cases. But my pops, I never had it. So I never, like I said, I don't want my daughters to have this. Remember, they got to pick a husband according to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to, and plus with me, I didn't want to become my father, and I slowly started seeing myself become him in certain aspects, and it would have been a hindrance to my wife. So I'd have been fucked up because, like I said, I didn't see a man please a woman in front of me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not physically, mentally, you know, and all that, because my pops was physically abusive to my mother. So I saw domestic violence growing up. So that fucking altered everything in my head about certain shit. I don't want my kids to see what I see. You know what I mean? So when I say parents don't understand, bro, it's deep. It's fucking deep. They don't understand. They're fucking us up mentally, and we have baggage. We have a lot of fucking baggage. A grown man, I'm probably saying it wrong, but I think it was Frederick. I'm saying it wrong. Y'all gonna Google and say, fuck you, Colin, you said it wrong. But Frederick Douglass says easier to raise, what is it? It's easier to raise strong kids than it is to repair broken men. Something like that. Okay. But it was along those lines. And I read that. I was like, yo, that's fucking perfect. That describes my whole life right there. Because you don't know you're broken until you get older. Because certain shit just start coming back to you. You're like, damn, I didn't have that as a kid. No wonder I am this way. You start seeing certain shit. No wonder I'm this way. But I don't want to blame. But you see why you're like that. It's in your fucking DNA. Yeah. You ever notice when you do certain things, your mother said you walk just like your father?
Yeah.
It's in your DNA, dog. You can't shake DNA and learned behavior.
That's what my mom said. Mom said, you didn't grow up around your father, but you act just like him.
Dog. And it's hard because his trauma gets passed down to you, but you don't know that. It's not going to hit you today. It can hit you when you're 50. But my shit hit me recently hard. It hit me hard, my nigga.
Wow.
Hard. Like, shit, I'm just like.
Oh, you mean talk about the depression thing or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That too, like, it was just a lot of shit, and it's just like, it's hard. You like, fuck. And you just like, and then you start learning, you start hearing certain stories in your family, and you're like, oh, it's happened with this nigga. That's why I am this way. But now it's hard to change all these years of being somebody who you were. Right. Then finding out why it was happening. Now you gotta alter it. That shit is hard. You can't change it overnight, but you can work on it. But the fact that you even recognize it is a good thing.
Good thing, yeah.
But it's like certain things that will happen to me, I'll be like, can't do it. He did it that way. I can't do that, man. Fucked up. Like I'm not like him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Coconuts versus Americans.
Yo, that's funny because I was talking to this girl. We was in high school. She called me a coconut, son. She was like, yo, you a coconut. She's like, but I like coconuts. I was like, yeah. Of course, she ended up marrying a Caribbean guy. I said, of course. But back then, I could never understand, like, how we always go against each other. I'm like, we the same, just some of us got dropped off first and you just got dropped off in America. Okay. That's all it was. Because I could take somebody from Ghana and Texas, they look alike. We're all the same. Yeah. But we used to always get the Caribbean people, they this and that. And I'm like, why? And then the American people, they come in here and taking jobs. You don't want to do the jobs. What the fuck? Oh, they act a certain way. Yeah, Caribbean people do act stush. I'll say that. Yes. Yeah. But that comes from the British rule. Like I saw a lot of shit is, it goes back. You got to go back. Even with the ass whoopings we used to get, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's what the Caribbean people saw how, when the English were there, they used to beat them a certain way. So remember how parents beat us a certain way? It's generational. Right. So it's a lot of shit you learn about yourself and your people. It's all generational. The Americans were mad at the Africans because Americans were mad at Africans and Africans were mad at the black Americans. They were like, oh, why you didn't come back and get us? Some of them were like, oh, why y'all left? We should have fought. It's crazy. But even in Brooklyn, like, I knew all the Americans was in Bushwick, East New York, and Bed-Stuy. All the Caribbean people was in Crown Heights and Flatbush and Canarsie. Yep. You know what I mean? But then we meet up. We start going to high school. We start traveling. We start meeting, like, the girls, you start talking to American girls. You start talking to, I didn't see a difference until the older ones would be like, oh, they taking our jobs. They act funny style. And then here come the Caribbean people. Oh, these Americans is lazy and thing, da-da-da-da-da. I come to this country with nothing and I got everything. I'm like, that's true. You do. Caribbean people do work hard. I'll say that. But I could never understand as blacks. My thing is, as blacks, to me, it was no separation with us except with location where we were. That's it. Yeah. End of the day, we the same fucking people. It's light-skinned Caribbean people and dark-skinned Caribbean people. Light-skinned Americans and dark-skinned Americans. We're the same fucking people. Right. Cut the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
So tell us more about the music. Are you producing? I see you in the studio on Instagram and I see you in the studio producing and stuff like that.
Music is never going to leave you no matter what I do. I started my record label I actually started a record label before that, but business-wise, 2003 to 2004.
Oh, wow. Long time ago.
Long time, dog. I've been doing this. I was interning at record labels. I was interning at VP Records in 2003.
Wow.
I was marketing promotions.
Almost 20 years
publicity.
ago. Wow.
Shit, this motherfucker aging me. God damn. I was 6 when I did that. So, right? And then, but ever since then, I was always like, yo, I was one of the CD readers. For the millennial CDs with these little circle discs we used to play for our music kids. I know you stream and all that shit. But no, I was I was a CD reader. So I would always read what the record labels were and try to go up there and all type of shit. It's crazy. But I started interning at VP Records. Of course, VP is a reggae label. Yeah. So if you've seen all the Sean Paul, Elephant Man, Sizzler, I was behind those albums at the time. Yeah, okay. I was marketing promotions at that time. And, we had to hit the street if it was. And back then, we had remember, I know you're a DJ, record pools.
Record pools, of course, yeah.
But
still have them now.
Now it's different. It's digital.
Digital now, yeah.
Back then, I had to physically sit at that machine, sometimes late at night, print out about 800 labels, dog. I'm talking about from the little printer machine and package some shit, send it out to the DJs. Everyone from Funk Flex, Clue, I'm talking everybody. Every poppin' DJ you could think of at that time, across the board, across the country. I remember Shanti called me one time for a record day. It was crazy. I was like, Shanti, oh my God, you what the hey? Yeah. But at that time, I was doing that. I was learning. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't paid. I had to find a way to make money when I was there. And at the same time, I was in school. And then, so when I was there, they would allow me to sit in marketing meetings. I would stay quiet until I was spoken to. But I was always soaking everything in. Learning, I was learning about demographics at the time. I was learning about, okay, if this song gets played at a particular time. Shit that we take for granted when we hear a song on the radio every day. We're like, why are we hearing this song every day? I was finding out why we're hearing this song every time. It's called radio programming. We're programming the shit. It's programming. So I started learning. Little shit I was learning. Was PPS in that time? Because I did radio as well. Was it point per system? Whatever. But
PPS was it. Yeah.
It was in at that time, right? Yeah. I was learning. I was just learning the lingo and at the time too. This is before. I think they were doing it back then, but not a lot. You couldn't email music videos to people. You had to physically. Yo, dog. I used to go up to MTV. It was an experience. I got into MTV. MTV. Oh, it was 1515 Broadway. I went up to go up to Violator, drop off contracts and things like that. Wow, yeah, they could fax it, but they wanted the real one. Like I was taking the A train with $1 million.
So everything was hands-on, no digital.
Everything, no digital at the time. It was light emails back then. Light, send a couple pictures, but other than that, no.
But you enjoyed it though, right? I mean,
dog.
The experience,
if I could have got
meeting people,
18 hours a day there, I wouldn't have complained.
Yeah,
because it's something. This is what I did. And at the time where we was the record label was at, it was in Queens. It was right off the Van Wyck across from the Jamaica Hospital. It was on 148. They had it. They owned the big warehouse where the actual records were being made.
Wow.
And they had the record label office there as well, doubled as a record label office and the physical warehouse. So all the CDs you were getting were coming from the actual warehouse there. It was being printed. It's crazy. So new Elephant Man albums, I would see I'll have a box of 30. You see cases of 300s coming in. Luciano, Sizzler would walk in smelling like cannabis cologne. And their A&Rs were there. So I was seeing everything. The A&R department, the accounting department, the CEO was there. Everybody. So you saw you work at a company, you never see the CEO.
Yeah.
You'll see him once at the Christmas party.
Yeah.
I saw everybody. You can count everybody. We opened the Sean Paul album booklet or Elephant Man, whoever. Everybody that was mentioned there, I could point you to their office. You know what I'm saying? So The guys that I work with, Dustin, Chris, and Eric, great guys. They taught me everything. They taught me. It was also a lot of perks, industry parties and stuff like that. But I didn't really too much care for stuff like that. I cared about the business. I wanted to learn the business. Okay, I'm trying to do my record label now. So, all right, boom. So this is how I do it. Okay, I was printing up records myself. I was printing up my own T-shirts. I made my own marketing list. I made this. I was learning everything from there. So I took the resources from there after I left there and did my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I went, Crazy story. This guy.
Jay-Z.
Emailed him. So it's crazy. He invited us to I actually met him off of emailing him. So,
wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. My boys didn't
Was
believe
he big at the time? Oh, yeah. It's 2 years.
Yeah. It's when the Sidekicks was in.
Yeah.
So he had the Sidekick, and somebody hacked Paris Hilton's Sidekick and took all her addresses and put it on the internet. So, I was looking on the list. I saw S. Carter. I said, let me just try. Emailed him. I got an email back. They say, yo, what's the deal? I'm like, this ain't Jay-Z. Emailed him again. Nigga, this ain't Jay-Z. Email me again, because I emailed him every time he was hitting me back. Boom. I got invited to the Canal Room. It was
Oh, that's way back.
Yeah. Right on Canal and Broad. What was it? It's a Canal.
Yeah.
Come right off the Manhattan Bridge.
Right.
I got off. We came to the line. The lady took us. It was a big line. Lady took me and my boy right to the front, dog. We went inside. Mind you, it was Teen People and BET. It was a Def Jam event as well. L.A. Reid was there. Jeezy was there. I get into the room. The room is this big. So, Rihanna, this pon de replay Rihanna.
Rihanna.
This is, yeah. She came, she performed it. Neo came. Here come Hov, hop on the stage now. So I'm like, oh, shit. My boy was like, all right. I emailed Jay-Z while he was sitting behind Rihanna because it was a panel. It was him and a bunch of other people. He pulled it out, and he responded. I said, I told you I emailed that nigga. So I'm hyped now. I'm going off a cloud like I met Hov. I'm hyped. Whatever. So now, when I came there, I learned from Rockefeller, always brand yourself. We had the T-shirts on. I bought bags of CDs with the record label sticker on it. Presentation was a motherfucker. These guys were handing out gift baskets back in the day, the Funk Master Flex on Hot 97.
Yeah.
With champagne bottles, showing off their lifestyle. With the champagne bottle and Jay-Z records in it. I'm like, damn.
So they was always on the grind too,
always.
right? Always
so
on
I'm
the
like,
grind too.
I took a page out of their book, and I was trying to find out the A&Rs at the time. I think it was Carter Faculty. It was Carter. What was the name of his label when he left Rockefeller? It was Carter Faculty. I think it was Carter Faculty. He had.
They say he used to sell CDs out his trunk.
Yeah.
Back with trunk.
Yeah, he did. In my lifetime, I got one of them in my house.
Yeah.
So my mother's, I got the original joint in my house. He was selling it up and down Broadway in Brooklyn.
Damn.
And I gave one to Tata. Tata's funny. I gave one to Lenny S. Lenny S was real cool. And then I was like, we're going to see what happens there. One of my boys who works at Def Jam, he's like, yo, why I saw your bag up at Def Jam with your music on it? So I'm hyped. Even if nothing didn't happen,
You saw your bag.
my shit was up there. So anyways, now from then, it's like I said, we was doing shows. We was doing one big show that we did where people started raising their eyebrows. We shot our video, the Grind remix, and it was playing everywhere in Brooklyn. So we couldn't go no. Everybody was like, yo, we saw the video. Shit was lit. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah, I was the first rapper. No, I'm not a rapper, but we had the S550 in our video, and we had the Bentley Coupe in our video. We had it before Lil Flip and before Tony Ayo put it in So Seductive. We had that. Don't ask how we did it, but we did it. So whatever, we put the video out. Popularity started growing. Everybody started knowing us. We started doing more shows, and years later, my man Lou ended up in The Source. Yeah. We got him in The Source for Unsigned Hype. Unsigned Hype, of course, we know Eminem, Biggie, Nas, Mobb Deep all made that section. So that hit me right here because that was Source magazine. Source was the Bible for me growing up.
Yeah.
So you remember in high school, everybody.
Source,
So Lou made that. Yeah. We put Lou's records out, and it was just everything was going, and then like we reached. I don't want to say we reached a brick wall, but it was just like, all right, we got to maneuver different. Cause see, we kind of came out in the tough era, cause then things started changing from CDs, started going over, so we didn't change quickly enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now but the cool part is later on, all the new artists that were coming out in the city was fucking with me. They were hitting me up for advice and shit like that. Everybody that's popping now in New York was hitting your boy up for some type of advice. I didn't know I was that guy to be whatever, but I was like, okay, information is free with me. I don't hold back nothing.
Right.
Because a nigga that's going to charge them $200, like, come on, don't do that. Like, the game is free, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, listen, look, boom, 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 boom. This is how it is. I helped them out. Some of them ended up blowing up. I ain't gonna say no names, whatever, but it is what it is, you know?
Right.
And I'm proud of them. I'm proud of everybody that I helped out along the way. But right now, I'm still doing my thing. I got a surprise coming Some music shit though.
Anyone ever tell you look like Meek Mill's a little bit?
Oh, Lord.
You get that a lot?
So, I took my daughter to see Alessia Cara at the radio station, right?
Yeah.
So the radio host, she stops out everybody. You look like Meek Mill. I said, Jesus Christ. My wife, who loves Meek Mill, I wonder why.
Yeah.
She looks at me. She looks away. She looks at me. I'm like, yo, fuck you too. I'm on the train. I said, yo, you look like Meek Mill. I go to my wife. She just opened up a shop. I go in the shop. One of her employees. Yeah, this man looks like Meek Mill. I don't think I look like no Meek Mill.
Well, you know,
I don't. It's because
maybe you can't see it, but
people say that. I don't. But like when they say Ray J,
maybe. Oh, it could be
I
that
see
too.
Ray J. Somebody told me Kevin Hart. I can see that.
Not Kevin Hart.
People have told me.
I can see Ray J.
They
and
told
Meek
me
Mill.
Ray J. I don't see Meek though. Like I've seen everybody else they said, but the Meek thing, I don't know why. I be trying to see it. I'm like,
the features, the shape, the height, everything.
nah, Meek told me my ass.
But I mean,
my wife got yo. I'm gonna edit this whole part. My wife go here. She gonna get so hyped.
Yeah. Well, so if you had some advice for someone trying to get into the business, like fresh into business, what would it be? Someone trying to do some of the things that you've done, trying to
do your homework first.
Your homework.
Make sure it's something that you love. Don't do it because you think it's popular and you think you're gonna make money off of it.
Yeah.
Because you're not. You're not. I'm gonna say it right now, you're not going to make money off of this.
So
this has to be a passion for you.
No overnight celebrities?
None. It's rare somebody can hit a half-court shot.
Yeah.
But in certain cases, if you want it for the longevity, if you're in it, whatever you're trying to, but also I'll be trying to tell kids it depends on what they want to do. Like you said, it's so much other jobs to do in the music game: publicity, marketing, law, road managers. Everybody just think it's rappers.
Yeah.
No, the music business run deep. It's so much on an entourage. Like when people see entourage as well, certain cases, you have the weed carrier, you got the gun carrier, but certain cases people got their accountants, their publicists, what else they have? Their road managers, their regular manager, they have their stylists. It's a lot to do, but in each case, grind, learn about it, ask questions. Don't be afraid to. If you gotta ask me, yo, DM me, C-Biz NYC, Instagram, hit me up. I don't front on information. If I could hook you up with something, I'll try to help you out. But just grind, learn the game, learn the intern. That's what. Yeah, go intern at a record label. Have some sleepless nights like me. Do a lot of shit for free.
All right, so I'm gonna put you in the hot seat right now. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask you some questions, rapid fire. All right?
Sure.
Top 5 hip hop artists of all time.
Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Ice Cube, and Tupac.
Ice Cube. Where did Ice Cube come from?
Ice Cube is one of the greatest rappers of all time. Ice Cube had 3 classics out the gate, back to back to back.
Mm-hmm.
America's Most Wanted, Death Certificate, and I think it was Predator or Lethal Injection, but Ice Cube off the back. And if it wasn't for Ice Cube, it'd be no NWA, because he used to write all that shit.
A lot of people feel like Tupac, sometimes Tupac's in it, sometimes they're not, because he wasn't lyrically,
Nah, I didn't say lyricist. People put Jeezy up there, but he
Yeah.
ain't lyrical. It's his
Yeah.
message. Listen to the content.
Yeah.
The content was a motherfucker. I mean, most of the guys I like are lyricists, but
Yeah.
Pac was that one exception.
And
You
it's
know
your
what I mean?
top 5 too, so
Yeah.
that's how people was like, what happened to Rakim? Maybe you weren't in Rakim a little
Exactly,
bit
because you
before
look in
so
different eras.
Different eras, yeah.
You'll have KRS-One, Rakim.
Right.
You'll have Big Daddy Kane coming from that era, Cool G rap.
Yeah.
And you know how people
But
do
they're
it.
not in your top 5 because you didn't
Yeah.
grow up in that era.
Yeah.
So you go your era, all right.
Right.
Top 3 producers of all time.
Kanye, Swiss, and Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Yeah. And I recently put Swiss there because I used to stun on Swiss. I'm not stun on him, like hate on him.
Yeah.
But I used to have the RZA, Dre, and Kanye. But I was like, I started listening more. I'm like, damn, I ain't know Swiss made this.
Yeah.
But it probably will change next week. I might put Timbaland back
Yeah,
in that.
because of Robert Timbaland. What happened to him?
Loved him.
Yeah, I was gonna say
No, but
Robert
see, the
Timbaland.
thing is, he's not just hip hop. That's what I'm saying. People be Tim.
People
that's
say he
why-
fell off, but
Never fell off.
Yeah.
He was doing rock and pop.
Rock.
He was doing Justin Timberlake records.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
people just think these guys. I like the producers that can produce anything.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. So, top 3 hip hop groups of all time.
Groups: Wu-Tang, Bone Thugs and Harmony, NWA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Top 3 sneakers in the 90s.
In the 90s, Jordans, Huaraches, and I want to say Jordans, Air Max.
Air Max?
Yes.
Okay. Most memorable Cloud Barton experience.
Experience the Barton parties. Well, the one I could say on air, but
Or moment.
moment, yeah, the Barton parties and the when my drug dealer cousin used to come pick me up in his red Lexus in front of school every day. So that shit was, I was feeling like a celebrity, boy. The doors open up, got the cash money bumping. I'm like, yeah, boy.
Most memorable collaborating class clown.
Class clown. Ooh, shit. Who's a funny guy? Fuck. Damn, class clown. There was a couple of chicks funny too. Fuck. Damn, who was the memorable one?
And it come off the top of your head. You can't think
I
about
would
it?
say O'Day. O'Day was funny.
O'Day?
O'Day, Patrick was funny. Class clown, shit. Marcus was funny too.
Okay.
Yeah, I would go O'Day.
O'Day?
Yeah.
Flyest dude in high school.
I want to say myself.
Really?
I'm gonna say myself. Fuck that. If you don't say yourself, you a sucker. I'm saying myself.
And last but not least, sexiest female in high school.
Sexiest female in high school. Damn, what's that shit?
You're listening.
Man?
You better get this
Yeah,
one
but
right.
nah, she actually graduated before me. Fuck, I was a freshman too.
And your wife is listening too.
That's
so.
cool. The girl probably gay now. It was this chick named Natalie.
Okay.
Yeah, but this chick named Natalie. Shit, I had class with her. She was an older chick though. She was way older than me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was older than me. She was older than me. Hey, babe.
And of course, yeah, you're off the hot seat. But last but not least, you did it before. Let people know how they can get in contact with you. Website, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all that good stuff.
Yo, you can hit me on Twitter at C-Biz NYC, C-Biz, C-B-I-Z NYC, Instagram, C-Biz NYC. You could also follow my sneaker blog page, Kicks Addict, K-I-C-K-S, Addict, A-D-D-I-C-T. I answer my DMs. I'm not funny style. You can hit me, like I said, hit me on the DM, tag me, whatever. You can follow the C-Biz Project on Instagram as well. Make sure you download it. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes,
SoundCloud.
It's on a bunch of you Google it, you'll find it. But yo, you can hit me up on there. I'm not funny style. I answer questions. I'm not Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, man, it's a pleasure having you on the show.
I appreciate it, man.
All right.
Thank you for having me. For real, man.
problem,
I appreciate
man.
that, man. For real.
All right. That wraps up another episode of Face to Face. Yours truly, Nesta Cann. Take care and God bless.